Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I am going to tell you about the top 5 things that I look for at the thrift store. These are my personal preferences, and honestly, this depends just on the type of style you have, the type of things you already have in your wardrobe. I definitely find myself continuously looking for the same types of things, whether that's because I never have good luck finding them or because I like them so much I want to keep adding them into my wardrobe. So the way I'm going to do this is basically just talk you guys through every item and show a couple examples of things that I've actually thrifted. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first thing that I always look for when I go to the thrift store are embellished tops for going out that either have sequins, embroidery, beading. So here are some examples from my own closet that I have thrifted. This first top I just got lately at the bins. This is a vintage tube top. I love the gold sequins. It is very unique. Hopefully you can see all of them really well. You may have seen this next top when I did my closet clean out video a couple of months ago. This is a vintage No Boundaries top, which is actually a Walmart brand, which I know is a strange thing to call vintage, but it is. So here it has this sequin embroidered butterfly detail. Super cute. I recently picked up this halter top, which is originally from H&M at a Salvation Army. And you can see it has the little rhinestones kind of stuck onto it there. Really cool piece. Again, very 2000s. If you've been watching my videos before, you know that 2000s is definitely my favorite fashion era. So I definitely tend to pick up a lot of pieces from that time. The last piece I did not thrift, but it was given to me, so it is a hand-me-down. But this is another great example of the things that I'm looking for. As you can see, it has this beautiful beading, this wonderful pattern. There's also sequins on this piece, so it's kind of a combo of a lot of the things that I'm looking for. Again, here's a little detail for you guys. So I like to be on the lookout for those types of tops because I think that they are incredibly unique, especially when we're just looking at the way modern fast fashion goes. I think that we are definitely seeing a rise of micro trends given the popularity of TikTok and just social media in general. Because of that, I really look for pieces that are really unique and really can help me stand out from the crowd and represent my own personal style and tastes. Okay, so the second category of things I always look out for at the thrift store is vintage, unique silver jewelry. This is definitely something I look for because it is kind of hard to find. A lot of the times when you go to the thrift store, you will find a lot of costume jewelry. And as a matter of fact, a lot of my thrift stores that I frequent haven't been putting out too much jewelry in recent years. I don't know if it's due to theft or if it's due to them not having enough inventory. I do have 2 pieces that I want to show you guys. I definitely just look out for silver toned jewelry just because it's my preference. The first is this cute little butterfly pendant necklace. The finish on the charm is coming off, but I don't care. I thrifted this piece. I think it's super adorable. I love butterfly motifs if you can't already tell. And the next thing I want to show you guys are actually earrings. Hopefully y'all can see. They are enamel and they kind of remind me of like some sort of a mosaic pattern. I like the size of them too. These I wear very frequently. I think they are, once again, super unique. And I actually picked these up at a really small local thrift store. And I think I got these literally for 35 cents because they have a little display, a little rotating display of earrings. Usually, to be honest, the stuff on there is crap. It's like plastic, like really junk jewelry. But when I saw these, I knew they were steel, and yeah, it is exactly emblematic of the types of silver jewelry that I look for at the thrift store, at least silver toned jewelry. So the third category of things I look out for at the thrift store are actually skirts. I always go right to the skirt rack no matter what, and I look through everything. So I definitely am always on the lookout for skirts in general. There are 2 types of skirts typically that I really tend towards. The first are longer, like flowy, hippie kind of skirts, and the second are mini skirts. So I have 2 to show you guys. This first one I actually picked out at the bins a couple of weeks ago. I don't think this ever made it into a video. I might be selling it on my Depop. I kind of haven't decided, to be honest. But here it is. It's purple, it's tiered, and then it has this embroidery. You can see there it has this floral kind of pattern, hippie kind of flowy skirts like that. definitely fall a lot more into my wardrobe rotation come spring and summer, of course. So I am really influenced by those types of aesthetics as well. Now, if you saw my spring fashion wish list video, which I will link in the cards somewhere if you haven't, I am really on the lookout for a new denim miniskirt for this spring and summer season. I have this one here that I thrifted many years ago. It is vintage Aeropostale, and I will show you guys the tag to kind of verify my claim. You can see it's definitely that early 2000s, perhaps even 90s tag. I'm not totally certain. But unfortunately it is a couple sizes too big for me now. I am gonna need a new one. So I am gonna start my search for the exact same one, but in my current size. So please keep your fingers crossed for me that that works out because I really loved this. So yeah, I might be putting it up for sale. If I do, always be sure to check my Depop and eBay. I will write my Depop name here on this clip, and I'll also have the links to both of my accounts in the description of this video down below. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if this is technically a mini skirt. It does fall above the knee, but it's not too short, so maybe it just was my perfect mini skirt because it still was modest enough to the point where I don't feel exposed if I'm just doing daily activities and running around or whatever. They don't make them like that these days. This is why I thrift. The fourth category of things I always look out for at the thrift store are cute camis. I wanted to separate this out from my first category, which was embellished going out tops, because I think the cami itself is a lot more of a relaxed kind of piece that especially is made more for layering. I have a couple here that I picked out recently that I can't wait to show you guys because they are once again emblematic of my style and what I'm always on the search for. This first piece is the oldest out of the three I'm going to show you. I got this from the bins in the last couple of weeks. I think I showed it in a short, but I don't think I showed it in a full length video. So this could be the first time you're seeing it, but it is this very green color with this nice lacy detail in the front and some buttons. Perfect for St. Patty's Day. I'm probably not doing anything, but if I were, I would totally wear this shirt, no question. The brand says Ambiance. I have seen Ambiance in other trips to the bins and to the thrift store. I do think it is a brand that maybe I will actually seek out myself, like on Depop or in other secondhand marketplaces, because it seems like they make some cool vintage stuff. The next two are also from the bins. This I got most recently, just this last week, so I don't think you guys have seen this. This is by Express, size medium, and what's cute about it is the bottom hem. It has this lace trim that is embroidered beautifully with black sequins. So on the top, it is quite plain and a good basic, but then on the bottom, it has just like that little hint of like surprise. Again, a cute cami. Kind of has that balance with being a basic, but then also just giving like a little bit of glam, just a little extra hint of personal style. And the third one I want to show you guys, I also recently got, this is by Ann Taylor, and it is this really beautiful like teal color. This has got to be one of my favorite colors to wear. I really like jewel tones. It has this really nice kind of metallic-y sheen on the lace trim, which is on the top as well as the bottom. Cute camis, you cannot go wrong, and they are really easy to find, by the way, at the thrift store. We've made it already to the fifth and final category of the 5 things I look out for at the thrift store. And this is going to be funky tees. I am a big fan of a vintage graphic tee. If you already know, I am a big Steelers fan and Pittsburgh sports fan in general. So when I lived out there, I found a lot of really cool tops, but I really like finding things that are really unique and sometimes a little bit humorous. It's hard to find a tastefully humorous graphic shirt, in my opinion. But this first one is actually a tank top that I got recently at the bins, and I believe I did a try on of this lately, but it is a horse, it says giddy up, and this is a tourism kind of souvenir top. This was the cutest, most precious thing, you guys. I guess it's not supposed to be funny, but in the context of me, a 22-year-old girl wearing this, like, there's a little bit of humor. Like, I don't know, there's that cheekiness. Like, you see what I mean? So this definitely fits my definition of funky tees. And then the second piece I want to show you guys, you have seen me wear before. This is a shirt with this wonderful rhinestone embellishment. It says cappuccino. I don't know what these shirts are called, but they are super popular right now. I don't know if fast fashion like Shein and stuff has been making these, but all of the ones that I have seen, I'm pretty sure are authentic. This is Blue Canyon clothing. I got this at Salvation Army in recent months or weeks. But this is also kind of funky, you know, because it has that all around pattern. The pattern also is on the back, And they're definitely funky because they're kind of in the general public out of style, and I think they're only in style with like a lot of like the Pinterest or TikTok fashion girlies, like not the mainstream as a trend like bows would be or something like that, where everyone is like doing bows, you know what I mean? But yeah, it just goes back to why thrifting is such a big part of my fashion inspiration and my wardrobe in general, because it's about finding those unique pieces that can really represent you. And what adds to it is, of course, the sustainability factor, the fact that, especially when you're shopping at places like the bins, these are the last stops before the clothes get literally thrown out in the dumpster or shipped away to other countries and causing further environmental problems. Then, of course, the other plus too is just the treasure hunt of finding something unique, like finding a diamond in the rough that you enjoy. So these are some of the reasons why I always recommend thrifting. Of course, your preferences really depend on you, what you need, and what your style is. If you liked this video, please let me know in the comments, and I would be so happy to do more thrifting content for you guys, do another video about what I look for at the thrift store, or even how I learned to thrift, and types of things you should look for quality-wise. I'm also thinking about doing a video of things I would never buy at the thrift store, or that I rarely buy. So also let me know if you'd be interested in that. But that's all for me today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and watching the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!